go. Apocalypse for game number one. Yes, these are the two legends that if you were to ask me to associate these players with legends, this is it. Wes on the Macho Man, Kyna on the Bodvar for game number one. And Wes already starting off swinging strong with the axe, getting nice 5 hits in, and Kyna opening it up with the sidelight. So that sidelight slider, whoa, Kyna just goes straight up the right side of the stage, and that's it for that first stock.
Minimal time needed for Wes to send a message. And that is super important. We're just waiting for them to go ahead and get things reset here for a second, but fortunately from the looks of things, we're just going to wait to see. Kyna get himself back, might be having some technical issues.
Yeah, I was wondering if that drift over was like, were you out of jumps, or was that you going, uh-oh, this start of the game isn't working right. So we'll see what happens there as we're going into the first game, or next game here, between these two players, and we're going to be going back to what I expect to be Apocalypse.
Yeah, running it right back. No reason really not to at that point. Just issues happen. It is what it is. But still, we have an incredible grand final set in front of us, because Kyna sitting on the winner side of things, like you said, he has a set to play with, and if he could get through and deal with the barrage that is going to be Wes after running through those previous matches, feeling really warmed up right now, I think he has a good opportunity to make the adjustments if a reset happens. He's got a lot of time to get the data on Wes before it gets to that point.
Yeah, and so Wes starting off with the X once again, not as quite of a strong start as it could have been, but the down airs coming through here are looking pretty good, and that downer from Kyna actually stops Wes from getting the landing neutral light, but that time the neutral light comes through, weapon toss doesn't work out, and waits out the recovery from Kyna before picking up the lance.
Yeah, kind of just keeping it simple, just not trying to jump too much, because that's exactly what's going to happen. Wes trying to get him on the dodge back in, but he does not give him the opportunity for it. But this is the first time in a little bit that we get to see Wes try to get Waken back up with the lance, because he kept switching off of his weapons, primarily staying with the axe. He needs the lance to actually work out here against Kyna to make sure that he can keep himself in the set.
Yeah. Otherwise, we're going to be seeing that situation again where he might be off to Finn or off to Volkov if the lance continues to not work out. But that cider comes through, and so far, both weapons doing wonders for Wes as we get into game number one. Yeah,
the axe, once again, looking like a combo weapon, the same way that the lance is set up. Getting the whip punish there as he dashes up to try and get the opener, but Kyna is still sitting relatively good. Goes for the D-Light into the dare, tries to look for a follow-up, but does not get it.
Ooh, downlight recovery from Kyna will take that stock, evening it up 2-2. And the weapon of choice for Kyna is going to be a hammer going into the stock. Let's see what Wes gets here.
I think it's an incredible choice. The hammer's been doing so good. Going for the stop in the sidelight, and then getting the follow-up, sending him upwards, just keeping him in disadvantage, catching him in an air again, just missing out on recovery right there. Like, Kyna's reward on hit with hammer has been absurd, but the reward on hit for Wes has also been great as he catches D-Light.
Wait, the Steelite was actually like, that was odd. I think Kyna already couldn't make it back to the stage, and the D-Light hits, but I don't know. Anyways, moving forward, Kyna gets the stock, or loses the stock there, and Wes...
Yeah, job's still done.
Yeah, and Wes ends up being up ahead 2-1.
Yeah, Wes getting all the openers, keeps sending them off stage. Okay, I was actually wondering we were going to start seeing that. He has been very signature happy on all of his characters, including the Macho Man, especially at the axe, going for the axe D-Sig and neutral sig. It's been catching people off guard repeatedly.
Yeah, but Kyna there really looked at him in the face and went gravity cancel down light when the neutral stick came out. So really strong response to that. And Wes tries to mix it up, goes for the slide charge down stick, and Kyna just wants nothing to do with it. Recovery hits, one more recovery. We'll take Wes off the top. Stop cider, that will do it. And now we're at 1-1 in game one.
Yeah, still very much an open game for who could set the tone of the pace of the match. You want to get that tempo control in your favor, especially with how explosive these two have been.
Nairs from Kyna. Oh, and the Nair from Wes goes off the side of the stage, puts up the down tick. That's a quick punish, but no follow-ups after those sidelights. We're not seeing a lot of success off of Kyna's sidelight openers. In fact, a lot of them... Oh, wait,
no! He went for it all, but the stall that you have available to you from the lance recovery gave him a chance to just wait it out. He bet it all on that side air hitting.
I don't even know if that side air hitting would have had enough force.
Yeah, let's take a look at it, actually, because it's going to be coming up here.
Because Kyna... Let's see. Kyna did not have Wes that damaged. Wes goes off. He didn't even use a jump in this case. Okay, so he dodged. He jumps once.
Never touches the wall.
He jumps again. Okay, so I think, if that hits, if it didn't have enough force to knock out, if Kyna chase dodges up directly before the stock ends, I think he would have won the falling war that they would have had. But it would have been close. So Kyna really, really going for it all there at the end there, just falling short.
Yeah, now you just gave Wes a game up. But luckily you have a set to play with, and you just lost one extra stock. Oh, never mind. Great not so much. The defense was also...
Which one's it going to be? It's so tough with kind of recoveries. You're like, is it gone? No, it's not.
I thought it was gone for a second there, but he was able to sneak by West. Both of them were going to get access to the weapon. D-Light dare go for a follow-up, trying to get another GC D-Light, but West not falling for it that time. West's damage consistency has been good, but I feel like kind of starting to get better. After he gets hit, he's not getting sent off stage as much, and he's not pushing as quickly as he was in the last game.
Oh man, Kyna with that gravity cancel down sig almost turned in what looked like a certain stock loss from the beginning into a stock lead from him. Goes down ultimately in the end, but Wes, who nearly had that 0 to death, is now in deep orange.
Yes.
So that recovery was huge from Kyna. I mean, you literally were in the middle of saying that Kyna wasn't going to come back, and I believed you.
Like, I mean, it's kind of hard not to believe it, right? But it was so super important how much damage he got on, like you were just alluding to, because that could have been a borderline fresh stock up lead to now what is a very quickly available KO that he could find if he catches him at the ledge again.
Oh, he dash jumps forward, goes to the recovery, weapon throws exchange, goes for that stomp.
Oh, no! Well, at least you have a set to play with. That's all I can really say.
I was just about to say, it's like, I know Ajax, I know you're mentioning that kind of has a set to play with, but...
he's really playing like he's got a set to play with as he's almost loses his stock right there.
Yeah. Yeah, this is looking rather rough for game number 2. It's going to be a while before I feel like West feels pressured off of the Macho Man, if ever. D-Light recovery comes through, but Kyna about to go down 0-2 after that second stock was lost in the way that it was.
Yeah, and West still has at least maybe 2 neutral losses before he actually has to care, but like he can go in right now and get it, like take advantage of the fact that Kyna is going to be looking for an opportunity and go for a big play, which is what he's doing right now as he gets him with a ground pound, gets the 2 stock, was borderline a 3 stock, with the assistance, of course, of kind of falling off the stage. But the offstage game was all West throughout the entirety of that. As we see him just miss that right there, that was about to be another borderline 0 to death.
Yeah, it was a lot of near offstage super highlights for West. It was still really great lands play, just never really ending up in the stock. And now we are 1 game away from West getting the grand final reset in the 2022 South American Spring Championship, where he could become the champion. We were talking about this at the beginning of the block, right? Like West went down super early, but there's still a chance he could take it all here, and Kyna is the only player in the way, and so far games 1 and 2 aren't really looking like Kyna's really in the way that much.
Yeah, a big part of this is just one of the things that Remy pointed out was Kyna was the combo games, the reads that he had, the angles that he was approaching were Swata-esque, the way that he was dealing damage with a hammer. We have not seen that because we've barely been able to see Kyna actually on the... There's been minimal time he's been on the stage.
Yeah, and when Kyna's on the stage, and I was seeing this in game 2, and even a little bit in game 1, when the hammer sidelights are hitting, that's all that's hitting. And then West hits him back 3 times in a row. Really having a lot of trouble against West here in the grand final. Gravity cancel side sig, nice punish. Stomp side air, puts West off the side of the stage, has to dodge back. And not only does he get the side air to get the knockout, he also gets back to the stage because of the chase dodge. And that's the second time that we've seen West do that. We saw it with the X neutral sig. Now at the side air where West is kind of like, all right, if this doesn't hit, I was gone anyways.
Sometimes when things are working for you, they just keep working for you. Like the train keeps on rolling. And currently West is the conductor, but at least finally the recovery is going to take him off the top. Kinda not taking too much damage there, but at this point, it's like, even though he hasn't taken too much damage, he hasn't had a lead that has looked comfortable in a little while, Taza.
Yeah, not against West. That down tick hits makes it even more uncomfortable, the deficit that he is at. Another hit up into the sky, weapon throw forward, downlight doesn't hit. Kyna starts to get some good damage through, but down into ground pound, whoa, Kyna sweats right past that ground pound. That was,
he's very lucky. He's very lucky he has it. This is the opportunity right here, unarmed. You got to get that damage going. He chases him all the way out, just misses the neutralites. The side air is starting to push him off. He's starting to get back into the game. He actually denies the weapon there too.
Recovery hits, chase dodges straight down, weapon throw comes afterwards. West down to 1 stock. Kyna, signs of life for the first time this set.
Yeah, really woke up there. We were just talking about lead, and he finally gets one. Even it went to
that's the sign that I like to see from Kyna. Gets the read right afterwards. Amazing hammer play. West tries to break it up with an giant side air, but the damage has already been done. Kyna tries to fall down with the down air, but that's no jumps available after that one.
Never got back down to the ground. Great coverage from West, but West, he's got some figuring out to do to adjust to what Kyna has done now. Now, West has had incredible coverage, but Kyna absolutely has woken up. Neutralite sending him over, catching him on the dodge.
Recovery side air. Oh, recovery coming up from West. The Nair hits. Kyna chase dodges all the way up. Kyna, I get worried about those situations where Kyna uses the chase dodge aggressively off stage after jumping 3 times. So I'm like, Kyna, remember, you do have to touch the stage again.
Yeah, we've already seen it. We've already seen the mistakes a few times now. Wes is not going to let you get this for free, though. You got to work for it. He does not get the KO off the top, but if he gets another hit, that should be enough.
Stomp side air. Kyna gets game 3 against West and stays in this Grand Finals winner side. 2 more wins for Kyna, and they are the spring champion in 2022. But West is 1 game away from that reset. But game 3 is like, okay, where's the hammer from Kyna? Where is it? There it is. It showed up a little bit towards the end, and it showed up enough to get the win. How are games 4 and 5 going to look? We're about to find out, because that wasn't strong enough for West to feel like he has to play anything other than the Macho Man.
No, I don't think so. I don't think that this. I don't think that merits the switch yet, because we saw we have finally wake up, and you still had great control of the set prior to that. It wasn't a 3-0, but you still have another game here to make it work. But if you switch now, then you set up the potential that you give up another game, and all of a sudden you might get eliminated.
Yeah.
So staying with the Macho Man, gonna try and get that reset. I did not see where they end up committing to the stage. We're going to run it back to Apocalypse. So it's been working good. We can still see the reset here, but Kyna definitely showing that he's still got some fight in him.
Yeah, the hammer was looking fantastic in game number 3. Here we go. Apocalypse weapon picked up by Wes. Goes for that chain dodge, and Kyna
he's got a lot of fight in
stares him straight in the face and goes, you're not going to get this chain dodge onto me. Stomps right away and takes a ton of damage onto Wes. Stomp forward, forces the spot dodge. Sideline afterwards dodges out of the way, and Wes is getting the backswing of these down airs, but wait.
Big opportunity. He pulls it. He snatches him up with the recovery.
And he gets the dive kick.
Oh, beautiful. That was almost a Wes stock if he pulled the trick at the wrong time.
I was convinced that Wes had just instilled so much fear in Kyna that Kyna would not even think about approaching that axe ground pound. And Kyna jumps right in and hits him with the recovery before the move becomes active.
Would have thought it, like that. That's a good moment, because the fact that Kyna had the courage to go after
Wes held that for a while.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is a don't go here zone. But no, Kyna definitely proved me wrong. What? That down sing would have been so devastating. Kyna not quite on Wes status when it comes to gravity canceling moves that if you don't hit, won't make it back to the stage. But you know what? It was really close.
Yeah, that one not going to work out that time, but Wes is going to hold on to the clip reel of having one of those work out earlier today. Like, Kyna has really shaken things up. Wes is starting to get his hits in, and the D-Light's starting to connect. You see, he's getting a lot more hits now, but he's not pushing with the same confidence that he had before.
Yeah, Weapon picked up the sword, and with this, Wes is pretty confident against. Cider comes through, goes for the recall. No, the recovery. He was so worried about dodging and he didn't touch the stage. Kyna falls down to 1 stock, and if Kyna goes down here, that's the reset, and Wes gets a strong start. Stomp Cider can end the stock here. Weapon throw, force the recovery early, dodge gone, dive kick hits, but Wes got his jumps back.
And, I mean, for Wes, once again, the age-old saying of, we take those. And luckily for Kyna, it doesn't seem like it's shaking him up too much. He's still keeping himself in the game, not able to get access to the weapon yet, trying to just back off Wes. Whoa!
Sees the charge and doesn't know what else to do except spot dodge. Wes really in Kyna's head right now, and that is almost certainly going to lead to, well, the other recovery comes through. Kyna could take a side
I think Hammer has to
a side air.
Yeah, Hammer has to be the play. Like, if he's gonna stop this right now, Hammer has been doing it. He's making it look like a vertical combo weapon in the way that we've seen some other weapons. But he gets the sidelight, gets the neutralites. He's getting the damage on Wes, sends him away. Now he has access to the lance. There's still an opportunity for Wes to get the reset.
Oh. Okay, downlight hits. Wes chase dodges around, pivots the side air. Nair hits as well. Scoop into Nair. Kind of gets some good damage, but he needs more than that. Another scoop.
Oh, super aggressive on these landings.
Weapon throw forward, axe. A dash jump side air is probably what he's looking for here. Oh, he went for the down, so going to get stopped down air. And Wes falls to the down air. Wes is in danger here. He can't find those hits.
No,
gravity cancel. He doesn't go for anything else. He's looking for the falling side air. Down sig catches him, and that time, no charge necessary. Kyna goes off the top, and Wes gets the grand final reset here in the 2022 South America Spring Championship.
What a good call there, because in the head of Kyna, it's like, I have to play around side air. I have to play around you potentially going for recovery on a jump read.
Oh,
instead,
look at that.
he just stays grounded. That just
whiffs the down air and just like, there was nowhere in Kyna's mind that he was like, this downer is going to miss. He was just fully planning on it to hit, bounce off his opponent, get the chase dodge, get the knockout. But West just holds that recovery longer than he expected, and now we're going into game 1 of the grand final reset. Both players now have lost a set, and West is working his way towards becoming the spring champion.
Yeah, now you got to make sure that that one moment isn't what leads to you potentially losing the whole thing. Don't let that be the moment that starts it all off. The aggressive play from West, though, already going for the ground pound, just avoiding Kyna, who's trying to get him back off stage. They have been so aggro. There hasn't been a lot of passive play in the past few games, Taza.
Yeah, it's just all over fighting against each other, so much so that we're watching players multiple times just not touch the stage from how aggressive they've been off stage. Neutral light hits. West, knowing that Kyna has no weapon, wanted to go for that edge guard there, went for the down, so Kyna gets right through. New weapon spawn comes in. Avoids the side air, gets the unarmed Sarah weapon throw, forces the dodge, D-Light grab pound. Kyna so aggressive off stage, unarmed, beats out Wes's lance and takes the first knockout.
Yeah, you get the first stock, now you need to run with it. Wes has been answering right back the same way you have. Try to get up there, get him with the stop. He's getting so much damage off of these nairs, but it's an opportunity for Wes. Weapon toss up, he's going to send them back off. Not enough just yet.
Here's the edge guard, jumps a little too high, and Kyna takes a ton of damage because of it. Stomp. Stopped by the neutralites of the axe, but West goes for a weapon throw. Is that all he needs?
Oh, he gets a very light wall touch, and West was kind of hanging out over there, assuming that maybe he'd go down, but the neutralites will take it out there. He was so deep in the red, you probably weren't going to survive much longer, but going to commit to the lance.
I just was worried that Kyna was going to get another 4-hit hammer string there after getting back to the stage, but West gets the neutralite and finishes that stock off. Now sword comes through. Falling side air, doesn't work out there, but avoids the burn and gets the D-Light side air off the side of the stage. Down stick here could be huge. West goes for the weapon throw to stop it, and Kyna guarding West so close to the side of the stage. Those weapon throws from West working out really well, but he's still taking so much damage.
That was a really good weapon toss answer back from Kyna, too, after the weapon toss up to keep him in that position and then capitalizing on him in center stage there with the sig. Now having a much larger lead than we're used to seeing out of Kyna so far.
Yeah, side stick hits, and we're seeing those reversals. Kyna still going, just dribbling West across the stage. Stop, side air. Oh, there's no dodge on you, West, but the recovery comes through as Kyna's weapon throw doesn't go in the direction that he was hoping. Now hammer picked up. D-Light, side air. Gets hit by the axe recovery, but not enough damage to take him off the top just yet. This ain't small Brawlhalla, but that side air could do it. Kyna low on jumps, has to dodge back to the stage. The weapon throw, not enough force to force Kyna off. And the down sig, not enough oomph to take Kyna off the top. How is Kyna living this long?
Yeah, like what's going to work at this point? Wes has done everything he can to get the KO, and it just keeps missing. And for Kyna, that's amazing because now you can capitalize like that as he gets the D-Light ground pound, stops him from getting the KO in the first place, gets the 2-stock.
Yeah, a huge change in momentum from the original Grand Final set into the Grand Final reset to have kind of 2-stocking West, and 2 of those stocks being off of unarmed D-Light ground pounds. Look at that side stick there, catching West at the very end of the move, sending him off the left side of the stage, and now kind of taking the lead here in the Grand Final reset. It doesn't matter how many wins West got in the previous set, Kyna just needs a 3-0 here to take it all.
I mean, to be completely honest with you, if Kyna didn't miss that wall before, I think we saw Game 5. Like, I kind of woke up a bunch.
Well, because, or missed the down air, right? Because if he got the down air, he didn't even need to touch the wall. It would have gotten the spike, and he would have gotten the chase dodge. So, yeah, I think you're right on the money there. The momentum was starting in Kyna's favor, and West just was able to barely win that game out towards the end. But now we're seeing a really warmed-up Kyna against West here in the Grand Final reset, and we could already see it as Kyna's barely taking any damage, and that neutral light catches West right before he touched the ground. And that's what was so confusing about that. You're wondering why he's sweating already. The neutral light hit before he touched the ground because it's not like a grab interaction. If he doesn't touch, those jumps are coming back.
Exactly. That was a dominant first stock there, and it's still going.
Oh
my God, going all the way to the top. Trying to take him out off the top. Kyna is going crazy.
Wow, that nair was so close, and West just wanted to get out of there. Didn't even want to risk a reversal. D-Light Sider. West, what's going on? Okay, Sider's back into the stage. Sidelight, D-Light trying to get some damage back here. Needs to be a little explosive about it because Kyna is so far so dominantly in the lead that it doesn't even look like West has a chance after getting that Grand Final win. And now West with the D-Light nair goes for something else, doesn't get it down there from Kyna, interrupts the momentum from the gravity cancel neutral light, and a side sig almost takes West down. Can West get the edge guard? He can, as Kyna goes off the left side of the stage with that weapon.
Took a while to get it, but he finally got it. It almost kind of felt like Kyna was fighting against a bot. Wouldn't be the first time today that we saw that happen, but let's see if Kyna can keep that going here as he gets the hammer, and let's see if he capitalizes on one of these siders. West has been very aggressively approaching. I like these stalls because Kyna was waiting for him, but stop side air gets him another game, another stock, and that could lead to him potentially getting another game because he's very far up right now.
In game 1 of this set, we saw Kyna go for the side sig, and that one did hit, and that time West thought he played around it, but Kyna just used the side sig as a bait to lead West into that D-Light side air and take him off the left side of the stage. Now 1 stock away from being up 2-0 in grand finals. Oh, no dodge.
Oh, yeah.
D-Light, ground
yeah, you are making this back.
No dodge again. All right, Wes.
Ain't no way again. Okay, so he gets through with the recovery, just gets around the ground pound. But that moment, if he caught that ground pound, completely new game for Wes.
Oh, stomp, down air, hitting through West, jumps with the nair, so much damage coming through that the stomp does not connect, but Kyna does not get punished for the whiff. And down air comes through. Oh, he down sigs him. Can't get it. That's twice now in Apocalypse that West just doesn't quite calculate the damage there. Is Kyna going to get a ton of extra credit because of that?
What else can you do? Like at this point, he keeps getting the right reads and Kyna just refuses to go down.
Slightly charge the down sig, risk the dodge. Yeah, it's a tough call. Side air hits, and that will take Kyna out. And West has a chance to bring this back. It was looking so in favor of Kyna, but really, West has done a good job stopping the momentum.
Yeah, that was a full stock up in the yellow at one point, but West has got himself back in the game here. This matters a lot because Kyna was so close to getting that last one. You got the reset, but Kyna has woken up a bunch. You have to answer back. You need to get the momentum back in your favor. And Taza, he's getting a lot of hits, but Kyna...
He got the downer through the weapon throw, but the ground pound hits. West could go for it again. No, West goes for the weapon instead, decides to play it safe. Weapon spawn comes through. Hammer picked up. Kyna goes to the sidelight, stop side air. West is already low on jumps to begin with, has to use that recovery. Goes to the weapon throw instead to cover his head. Kyna not going off the side of the stage. Knows, okay, stop. No, no side air.
Oh my goodness.
That could be huge.
Whip a read instead. That stop side air is going to take it though. Kyna moves up 2 games, potentially moving himself that much closer to that spring championship title.
Yeah, that stomp at the very end there, I was worried when the pressure's on so much that you start missing your stomp air inputs on Hammer, that really tells you how things are going. But that second stomp sider comes through. Kyna takes the game and is now up 2-0 against West. One more, and Kyna will be the South America Spring Champion, and that would be wonderful here. We've got PR4 versus 2, right? Especially in a region with MSI when you have 4 invites going into this, and basically they're all just waiting with bated breath to see what the results are at the end of this. Winning the spring championship almost guarantees. I'm pretty confident that's going to be really good for Kyna. So huge win coming through here. One more game. West has to do the reverse 3-0 to win it all.
This is the time. Do we see West finally switch? He does not. He sticks it out with his best guns. He stays out here with the Macho Man, deciding this is going to be the play. He's got to make it happen. He only has a reverse 3-0 available left to him, and let's see if it happens here. We're getting into game number 3. Taza running it right back to Apocalypse.
Apocalypse it is, and let's see if West can get enough damage on for those down sigs, those quick down sigs without a charge to get the knockout, because twice now we've seen him go for those moves, and they just barely don't hit and kind of get so much extra damage. Hammer so strong for Kyna. The ground pound just narrowly dodged out of the way, but the hammer attacks are not over, Ajax. Those nairs are coming through. Stomp side air. West still trying to survive against the hammer from Kyna, and a little bit of a breath to relax here as that hammer weapon throw misses, and Kyna now on the sword, but West has already taken so much damage.
Usually when that ground pound comes through, your turn is over. It's West's turn to play, and that just hasn't happened. Kyna refuses to relinquish his turn, and West hasn't been able to answer back yet, and he just misses on a connecting there. He had a couple jumps gone. That would have been really good.
Yeah, that spike would have been huge. Doesn't get at those. Kyna avoids it by jumping up high. D-Light avoided. Neutral light to punish. Sidelight nair. I'm surprised he didn't go for more there after that spot dodge was whiffed, but Kyna now at relatively even damage compared to West.
Look at the way West is playing now. He's playing just out of whiff punish. Like, he's playing out of range to force the option and get the whiff punish, which is what Kyna was doing a whole bunch before. Now West has control as he gets him with the recovery, and he gets the first stock.
Yeah, that was a really quick it's funny because for Lance, exhaustive recovery can look the same as a Lance recovery that you just release right away, and he catches kind of off guard with that double recovery there towards the top, kind of able to equalize pretty quickly, but this stock was nearly a 0 to death for Kyna at the beginning. So Wes, great job here with his back against the wall.
Yeah, that was exactly back against the wall. He has no other options to, like, he has to make something happen now, and he has been. He's getting the punt, he's getting the neutral wins, he's getting his damage on.
Cider nair though. Kyna really returning back. I was like, okay, is this the West show now? Then Kyna was like, I can't be at that much of a damage deficit. And he gets a side air and 2 neutral airs afterwards. Hammer picked up now, playing that ground game, looking for either the stomp or the sidelight to start the next 4 hits that he wants to get afterwards. And that nair doesn't lead into a recovery, but man, is West starting to take a lot of damage.
Yeah, he is. And West has got to watch out. He's got to be careful on the ledge here because Kyna's been super aggressive as he scoops him right there once again. And he's... Stop side air is not going to be enough, but he cannot make a mistake here. Here he goes for an offstage play, weapon toss up. Smartly just backing off. It's like, you know what? You got it. Not worth it. Let me go get back to the hammer.
His primed hammer is coming out here. That side that comes through.
Punish.
Does he switch over? Toss the sword away, stay on the hammer. He does. So the next weapon that's going to come up is hammer. It's been all hammer from Kyna on this the second stock here, and it could be Wes's last. Lance picked up. Oh, is it going to happen again? No. Kyna doesn't get the punish, but he also doesn't fall after the Lance recovery is fully charged.
Yeah, we don't need that to happen again here, but this could be Kyna going down. The weapon toss is going to snipe him, so he still gets in. He did have the weapon primed, though, like you were alluding to before. He has the hammer available to him once he gets access to it. Yeah,
let's just see if he can pick it up against Wes here. Great spawn, falls to the cider, doesn't get the scoop afterwards, but the stops there, hits again. West taking so much damage. Stops there again. Kyna does he go off stage? Last stock recovery. He gets pissed the weapon throw, but he doesn't get the D-light.
He gets the wall touch.
Oh, man, Kyna. He's been so great about this. West has been covering his head with weapon throws, but if you're too close to the weapon throw, it's not going to be active. He's been slipping past a few of those Lance recoveries, or those Lance weapon throws, but can't get the stock, and now West, with the axe, is starting to hit back. Can he avoid this defeat?
It's on West right now. He's got to stop potentially getting 3-0'd right now. He gets hit on the way up, but he keeps capitalizing. Not going for the recovery there on Kyna going high. He's just fading away. Tries to catch him on the side there, but no, stops there. Comes through Kyna. He just misses him on the recovery.
Scoop hits. One more downer. That could be it. West goes to the weapon throw down. West, if he gets the neutral stick here, the down stick. Oh, he side airs him. Is this it?
Kyna's going to go off stage against him with the weapon toss. And Kyna is your South American Spring Champion for 2022.
Wow, what a finish coming out from Kyna there at the very end with the weapon throw. West. Wow, I can't. It was such a great grand finals with the reset coming in there, but Wes in that grand final reset just could not stop Kyna's hammer. We were talking about it.